And welcome back to more Egyptian deity play. The war escalated with Gandhi last turn, and we finally got our frigates. We got our navy situated, and we are gonna get actually into the exciting part of starting to bombard the unknown empire that is India. We don't even have a map of them other than Agra. So hopefully, this city is on the coast, and we're able to bombard it. We do know that there's a navy somewhere situated over here. And we will see what new things are in store for us. India is the most powerful civ score-wise and tech-wise in the game, slightly behind Brazil, but they are militarily much more strong. And France, once again, telling me that I should pay attention about what's going on around me. So, frankly, Catherine, I have no interest in what you have to say or your opinions about it. The grand fleet of Ra shall depart for enemy shores very shortly, and it looks like we've got Indian slingers. They must not have niter or something. I don't know why these are slingers and not archers yet. This is ridiculous. I know that some of the fixes with the patches were supposed to remedy this situation, and I know that sometimes the AI wouldn't upgrade simply because of let's get some food. Ironically, Sice seems to be the best source of food going in here. And that'll get us to grow in 7 turns, which is fine. We might get another trade route over there. We want to get another entertainment district up because these entertainment districts are actually going to help us out quite a bit. Which does remind me there is a separate route we need to go. We need to get to natural history in order to actually get zoos, which actually extends extends to each city center within 6 tiles, that amenity bonus. So, we might have to look at that. We might have to look at taking a little bypass up to natural history, because this map is actually pretty scarce as it has been so far concerning not just the standard with strategic resources, but it's also been a little bit lacking as far as luxury resources is concerned. None of the AIs either have much in the way of luxuries. So we are going to take out this ironclad, which had the unfortunate luck of running into the Egyptian armada before, all by itself. So we are very simply just going to take this guy out, and I might actually save this one for that promotion because I think we can just take him out with this guy. Yep, because these caravels can take out the slinger, and this frigate can destroy that slinger for sure. So, frigate. Oh, I probably should have read that a little bit more. I think it's actually the district attack bonus that I usually go for there, the right side of that tree. But, they do have a decent navy. It will be good to have. And France has denounced us once again. They don't like us because we have not been active in the spy game at all. That will change with our spy in Sice, and I think I'm going to send it to France just to make a point. India wants peace again. They're willing to give us their only great work, which I would normally take, but that's actually a relic. And it being the Holy Grail and granting immortal life, I imagine that is a pretty good relic to have. Gandhi has probably been using that to keep those slingers alive since the Stone Age. But unfortunately, there's nothing about the Holy Grail that says it keeps you alive from enemy bombardment. So we do have that working in our favor. Let us actually see. I'm curious as to how much India's military... So India's military strength has actually fallen by about 400 points since this war started from the amount of units in the Navy forces that we've taken out from him. We have actually gained about 300 points since the last time we looked at the military score. And that's been from the upgrading of our Navy and the ever-expansion of the Royal Armada. Philip is the only other one that seems to have a significant military of any kind. Everybody else, and Rome either lost badly in some kind of in some kind of military engagement, or they were just never very significant to begin with. I'm not sure, because we have not been a part of that side of the world. We have been inside of the progressive side of the world, so let's try to balance some of these around, which ones have promotions and which ones don't, so that way we can kind of maximize the turns that we're using here. This guy doesn't have a promotion, but I think I want you to take out the knight, because he can actually be useful in taking out the ironclad. And you can actually take out... We've got more frigates out of Mendez. They really have no idea what's hit them. We're gonna upgrade. I'm going to upgrade with bombardment on most of these, because I do prefer my frigates to be able to bombard district defenses better than anything else. We're going to send that frigate back. We're going to engage this frigate to the front. And we're going to take down that knight before he even hits the shore. So Mendez again can produce, and I think we will we'll go with some caravels. Let's check out our great people to see if there's any works that we want to work on. We actually might want to work on some great merchant points, but I don't think that city has anything going through. The Eureka towards rocketry and 20% production towards space race projects will be excellent for us, at least as a preventative measure. Not necessarily that we're going to go for space, but just as a method of keeping it away from, playing keep away from the AI. Great scientists as well. This is not bad. I don't know if we necessarily care too much about that, just because we aren't a campus-heavy science. And yes, for the love of God, let's get some arenas going. Now, fortunately, I use entertainment complexes, and I kind of build them out late game as I need them. And I believe, yeah, the arena only doesn't have anything like spreading to city districts. It only applies the one amenity, I believe, to the city that it's built in. I don't think it works like a luxury research amenity where it goes to everybody. But really what we're looking for is the, going from the arena and then to the zoo, which will work just like a factory. Are there any policies that we want to change? I don't think there are any policies we want to change. There's nothing really... We can't really increase our production. And I do want to keep this going. So we're going to keep... Yeah, this policy is fine. I am going to double check our progress. We are going to go for the Enlightenment to get liberalism. That will help our amenity situation a little bit. And I think then we will go up towards natural history. It's a toss between natural history and urbanization, because if we go to natural history, that actually kind of delays us getting to what we really want as far as bigger cities and neighborhoods, but we can't really get neighborhoods. Having more population and more housing limit doesn't do us any good if our amenity situation continues to be what it is. So, and plus press gangs, that might actually help our naval. The fact that we've got the Venetian arsenal, that might actually help us continue to build up like that. And we will go for some more. We will go for some more arena action. Not that Abydos necessarily needs it right now, but we can at least keep it away from ever needing it, which would be great. We did just finish Caravels and Swinet. I believe at this point we don't really need the Great Admirals. The Great Admirals aren't. We're just getting, let's get a monument in Swinet. Let's give it a break. We don't really need. I don't want to run us too far into the ground as far as naval units are concerned. I will like to consolidate a lot of these into fleets, which actually I believe comes at nationalism. Yes, so we will... Nationalism will probably be the thing that we go for next. Because that, even though it will take another 10 turns, well, we will... You know, we're not going to go national... We're actually going to go mercantilism. And then we're going to go nationalism, because I do want to get +4 gold and +1 faith from all trade routes versus +2 gold, because that will increase our ability. And hey, a privateer could be fun. They're kind of like pre-submarines. They can't be seen by enemy ships now. We may have to sacrifice some of the fleet just to get vision on the enemy. Let's see. I mean, there's definitely some kind of... and it looks like that's where most of their navy's coming from. Up here. Okay, yeah, so they've got fleets. This is gonna be fun. Well, where they've got fleets, we've got volumes. So, hopefully that all shakes out. We're gonna want to definitely destroy as much as we can and just keep the pressure on them before they have an opportunity of really doing anything. And we might lose... You know, I think I'm going to wait for them to get a little bit more on the open sea before... I want to lure them away from their safe harbors, if I can. Because they are very likely to take out some of our guys. And it looks like that is about all the bombardment I am going to be able to get out of this fleet at this moment. Because whatever city this is, we just need to send a sacrificial unit up there to go see what's going on and what the situation is. We are 1 turn away from being able to upgrade these caravels to ironclads, which will at least be able to level the playing field a little bit. We won't have fleets. And yes, you can have an embassy in our capital, Mr. Arabia. I had dreams of these 2 tiles in between being open for a campus to be just surrounded on 5 tiles, but that dream never sought fruition, and then we've got this just empty random tile that eventually Mendez will be able to work, or Rockadet, you know, who knows, whoever gets to it first, I guess, can have it. Excellent. So, the only other thing that might hold us back... Ooh, spy. First, let's take care of the spy. Let's see... Well, first of all, India doesn't like us. So, what can you do in India? You can steal gold. What can you do in Washington? Great work heist. That could be fun. You know, let's go to Rio. We'll go to Rio. Rio doesn't exactly... I mean, they're not exactly unfriendly with us, but they don't really like us either. And now that that's done, Memphis, I feel like we are gonna need more frigates. I feel that very strongly. But do we want to go ahead and get a market? We are okay for gold, so yep, let's do frigates. Do we have any coal at all? Please tell me we have coal, because otherwise that was basically for nothing. I mean, we'll conquer India. We'll take some coal from India. We know they have coal, but it doesn't actually look like we have any. Oh, Trajan just finished the Forbidden City. That son of a gun. We might just have to go conquer him just for that. He's not moving forward with his navy, which is interesting. Which kind of opens up the opportunity for us to just really... hammer him. I mean, if we can hammer the fact that he's losing units, then it'll be okay. Let's look at the view here and see if... I generally find it's easier to... to look for strategic resources and things of that nature after they pop up by looking at the strategy view. And we don't have any coal. Which just means that, I mean, all that means at this point is that we have to conquer India, because if we don't, we won't get the coal to fuel our future battleships, we won't get any, we won't get the things that we need to continue our domination. Sice, Sice, what do I want you to do? You know, just, we really don't need to worry about engineer points. I mean, we got 28 engineer points a turn. The next highest person has 3, so... we could put it into great scientist. I just don't want, after Albert Einstein, for it to be an amazing scientist. I forget who comes after him, but we'll go ahead and take the risk because I can't think of anything better to do. It's not like we have a lot of military to build out. I was hoping to upgrade this turn with some access to coal, or within the next turn, but that's not going to happen, so we're just going to continue to develop. And I think I'm going to give you strength versus naval units, because I feel like we're going to need it against those fleets. We haven't seen the fleets consolidate or anything yet, so there is some hope on that end of what they're doing, and I think once we clear out some of these areas, we'll be a little bit better situated. Because we do have a lot, we do have a lot of volume. Our arsenal is going to continue to be able to help us pump out more and more and more and more naval units than even the AI might even be able to keep up with. And they want peace again. Well, that's one way to get coal. They will give us coal. But will they give us a city? No, they won't. So I'm going to turn down this deal. I'm going to take advantage of the fact that the warmonger points are already taken out. And yep, that frigate fleet did take out our... that ironclad fleet did take out one of our frigates. Which is a little bit alarming because it was just... it one-shot a frigate. And son of a gun, an enemy spy stole steam power from us. So let's go ahead and start. Let's put it on steel. I don't really think there's anything else we need to... I don't think we need to worry about too much else because, I mean, we do want to get steel, we want to get bombers. Oh, wait, we didn't get steam power. We were one term away from finishing steam power. Oh, well, never mind, we might actually have some coal. Well, this might change things up. Hopefully we have some coal. And in the meantime, let's hope that we, with all of our massive military might here, can manage to take out a single fleet. I mean, the fleet bonuses and the army bonuses in this game are absolutely insane. The power increase from turning a single unit into a corps or a fleet or an armada is just... out of this world. So, I mean, that's a lot of the reason, too, why we're going to go ahead and just build up a lot of excess, because we will form fleets as soon as we can, and we'll increase our bombard power, we'll, you know, be able to radically kind of change things that way. And I almost, at this point, kind of hope that they do send that other fleet our way, because we know it's there. And I would like to get it trapped, again, in the open ocean, away from the safety of their coast. And yeah, let's go with some more frigates. And Swinet can actually, you know, they we got caravels going out of Mendez. Let's get a lighthouse. Let's get a shipyard because they will promote faster. I do want a granary in Edfu because I do want the extra population to put in to put something in there. We do have the envoys to take back Jakarta if we want from the French, and do we want to do that is the question. Oh yeah, we'll get spice. Yes, we want to take that back. Yes, of course. That was the reason why we took Jakarta to begin with. It had nothing to do with the other bonus. We just wanted the spice. Yes, give me back. That is my city-state, and that is my fleet to use. We might even levy. Can we levy their 1,600 gold? Holy moly. For 2 frigates and a swordsman? I don't think so. I was gonna say, you know, if it was cheap enough, I would have, you know, I would have taken it just to, kind of, you know, suicide into the coastline to see what kind of coast we're dealing with here, because as it is, I'm gonna have to use one of my units. And why sacrifice one of my units when Jakarta has a perfectly good fleet to sacrifice to the cause? You know, it looks like that is actually desert land up there. Oh, they got a quadrine too. Ooh, and we do have coal.
Whether the human race have been gainers.
Excellent, and it's already mined, which is the best of situations, so Akhetaten does not need it anymore. We will actually transfer it to Edfu because we do want to get the growth there. Now, we got coal there, which is awesome. That's 7 more production. That is the only source of coal that is currently worked, but is that the only source of coal, period? Alright, well, that's enough. You know, I will actually start sending back some of the caravels. We'll keep 1 caravel on with the fleet, just in case we do, in the next turn or so, manage something good. Patna. Alright. Well, it looks like their fleet is hiding in Patna, so... do we start the bombard, or do I back up a turn? I think we start the bombard. I'm kind of liking that. I want to take that out. I mean, I don't know what else is there, but... we gotta start sometime, right? We gotta start, you know, the glorious invasion at some point. Okay. Well, we gotta get rid of this knight. The knight is in the way for sure. We're gonna skip that caravel's turn, and we are gonna sail. We're actually gonna sail to the north. Ooh. We have a lonely ironclad that is surrounded by, all of a sudden, in unfriendly waters. So, okay, let's begin the very long bombardment process. Now, the problem is their tech might actually be enough to one-shot most of our guys here. So that is something we got to pay attention to. And we definitely want to stay out of range as much as possible of that encampment, because that encampment will also bombard us. So we're just going to have to kind of try to play this by, not quite by ear, but just by, you know, hopefully we don't, you know, sacrifice too many units in sieging the town. But in the meantime, we can drastically increase our chances now by going straight for battleships, because that will make a big difference in our ability to bombard the coast and to make a big difference. I would go for electricity, but we'll probably go for that after battleships because our production's actually pretty good right now, and we, you know, we do definitely want to get the power plant to get the extra, you know, regional bonuses from our industrial districts. That'll be the next wave of amazing production. But in the immediate term, we don't need to worry too much about that. So, great people-wise, again, we don't need to worry about the engineers. So, do frigates. And we're finally done over here, so we can actually pop now our factory instantly and our workshop instantly over in the new city. So now we have a production of 29, 61 in Thebes, 74 in Rockadet, 44 in Memphis, 40 in Swinet, 42 in Mendez, and 53. And this is all before we even get power plants. So, because of the fact that we want entertainment districts, I do want this city to grow, so let's definitely do some kind of granary, and then we'll probably do a worker just to build out some of these hills. Get some of these tiles. I mean, these tiles will ultimately go to Thebes, but we do need some. We do need something for these other guys to do other than just sit there and do nothing. So we might actually have them work. We might switch ownership. Ooh. So the frigate was bombarded by the encampment and the city, so that's why it died on the first turn. So we can survive bombardment for one turn at least from the city. But if we move in here, we're going to be stuck. So we definitely need to take down Patna. And Patna's going to, I have a feeling, is going to be our kind of our gateway into India itself. And it's quite a good city. I mean, it's got the pyramids, it's got... this might be Patna's Great Lighthouse. We don't know. And because we want food more than anything else, I'm going to just send this to Abydos. To, you know, like we go from 32 turns of growth to 11 turns of growth, so that's great. Just focus on campus research grants out of SACE for now. I do want to get our gold more, you know, higher up now, because I feel like we don't really, well, we should get some food, you know, we should get some food over there. It's not ideal, but whatever. And, you know, I don't have the Civic for upgrading cheaply, but, you know, it's only 660 gold. We're at 60 gold a turn. We're not spending our gold on anything else, really, so this should be fine. I'm going to save these promotions on the frigates for if they get bombarded. To be able to heal them, take them out for a turn, and get them back into the fray. So for right now, what we're just going to do is just continue the bombardment. I want to keep as many as I can in a decent kind of potential range. We can't go into that tile because the encampment can hit it. So we're just going to have to very slowly take down this city, which is fine. It will fall to us. The Indians will regret it, and it looks like they are... We've got to actually discover what's going on over here on the north end. They did have an ironclad, but it looks like Jakarta's navy was able to kind of mob it and destroy it. So we have... Why can't we build Renaissance walls here? That's very strange. Huh. Oh, let's repair the outer defenses. Then maybe we can repair them. Then maybe we can build the cool new walls. Go ahead and get a shipyard in Swinet. We will go ahead and go with a builder out of Edfu. And, you know, you see even Edfu, which is the most pathetic of cities. It's still at 34. 34, 17 from factories, and 9 from outgoing trade routes. Just the powers of factories, again, are amazing. And if anything that this game has served, it's a very good general strategy for just how you should be building your cities in general in the Empire, and how you should be thinking in terms of building these rings around cities and building out these regions, because that you can show, it really shows just the strength of a city in general. And we lost... I was wondering when that ironclad was going to make a move, and it finally did. It took out our frigate that was sitting up there. And yes, Rome, even though you stole the Forbidden City from us, and you went to war with us, we will allow you an embassy in the capital. We are slowly losing some naval forces. We might actually back up a tad just to take out that, no. Okay, scientific theory. Nice.
We have obtained greater knowledge in the art of building static fortifications. Building walls around our city.
Each of us is carving
Oh.
a stone.
Oh, we finally... Oh, okay. It's 1300 AD, turn 194, and we for the first time ever, we can build walls. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Liberalism. We are liberals. We must have that. The question is, what do we... I'm going to go ahead and switch out the adjacency bonuses for the industrial zones. We will suffer a little bit on production, but the amenity is going to be more important to us. So I'm going to switch that out. We'll be fine. We do not want frigates out of this city. I do not know what I was thinking there. That was almost disastrous. They don't really have much else to produce, but why don't you go ahead and get us another builder? We'll, you know, flesh out some more farms or something. You know, Sphinx, just finish up this. Because frigates in the middle of the ocean here just don't do us any good. Raw Cadet can make ironclads. I don't know if we need them right now. Let's go for a lighthouse. It'll get us some extra housing. It takes one turn. We can go into something else from there. We've repaired our walls in Abydos. And unfortunately, we don't have the... I guess we don't have the tech for Renaissance walls. So we can't do anything there. Do we need the Great Merchant points? Yes, we kind of do. So let's just do some commercial zone projects here. Even they can do a frigate in 9 turns. Nice. So, give us a monument, and you need food. So, as much as I would like to send you to a good trade route, you know, we might as well just send you to Abydos for the extra food. Might actually need what's the house? Yeah, 5 housing. I think we're fine. We really don't need any additional focus here unless we go to Hong Kong or Toronto. Maybe, which is what we might do. You know, we don't really need the extra production, so let's go to Jakarta. And the ironclads. The ironclads shall sail towards our greatest enemy. So let's start a slow... Not a retreat, but we don't want to be in range either of this city, which means we can actually go right there. Primarily what we're looking to do here is just destroying this ironclad, because we can't tolerate the ironclad fleet there. It's just gonna be too strong. And if it runs away and gets promoted, that's not good. And it looks like it's going to be able to run away and get promoted, which is consequently not good. The Caravel is just way not strong enough to take it out. You know, I'm actually going to put that frigate in danger of death, because maybe if we can take it out, because fortunately the walls aren't going to heal. If we can take out that, if it actually goes and tries to attack that, if the city attacks that and the fleet attacks it and takes it out, then we actually might be able to trick it into. That's exactly what it did. Excellent. So we can actually destroy it now without it doing anything. Because we didn't want it to go back into the city and just heal up and have all that experience from being bombarded and not die. So as much as it sucks that we had to sit there and lose 2 frigates to the thing, the reality is we could have lost a lot more to it. So it's a good thing. I guess that means my people are finally starting to be happy, even though we're at war with the worst person to be at war with for any length of time. That being Gandhi. And okay, so we got back. So we can go back to bombarding the city rather safely. And as long as the defenses here are going to fall fairly shortly, and we will start moving ironclads in. These ironclads will probably just bring up the rear. And there's that frigate. You cannot escape from the Armada of Ra. Good news is we just had 2 more frigate replacements shipped out to the front. I should actually, thank Gandhi for keeping our maintenance costs low, because otherwise I don't know what we would do. Let's go with more frigates! Because sooner or later we're going to be able to actually combine them all. And when we do, we'll be even stronger. Just build ancient walls. Just build ancient walls. And this is our spy. Gain sources. Because we're going to want to start stealing some tech from our enemies here. And we're going to finally be able to make siege towers in 1300 AD. Which I guess for some societies is somewhat historically accurate. I mean, not the most accurate, but they were still using siege towers as far as I know in the 1300s. So technically, we're not that. It's just, just ancient era technology that had been around for a while. They got a wall, basically build a ladder to walk over the wall with your army. Which is all a siege tower more or less is, a rolling ladder. Okay, so Memphis has 10. Memphis is our first city at 10, and here's where we run into the dilemma. This is where we really run into a dilemma, because technically speaking, it would be nice to... And we lost the valley. Oh, that is unfortunate. Who built the valley? Oh, Gandhi. Gandhi, you son of a gun. I wasted a farmer for that. Oh my god. Well, while we think about Memphis, I don't necessarily know if I want to put an entertainment district there. While we think about him, and you need food. So go here. You get 2 food out of there. I mean, we just need 11 more turns. Come on. And we might as well build up all the mines we can. So we are going to continue our bombardment. We're going to see if we can actually destroy the walls before the walls destroy us. Unfortunately, that does not seem to be the case, at least for that one. We'll have to wait one more turn. And I'll actually keep that frigate there because it's not where, we're going to have a base to heal out of. It's not going to be worth it to send it back. We could take down the walls this turn, but then, well, yeah, let's risk it. It'll get bombarded from... Okay, so it'll get bombarded from the encampment, but now that the walls in the city are gone, it won't get the double bombardment that killed the last one, so that's good. And let's see about making sure, just keeping their navy in check. We're just taking down as many frigates as we can as they come our way. Sice, just keep working on the campus grants, my friend. Just keep working on the campus grants. Edfu has 3 population. We need 11. Go ahead and build a monument. Because all we need is that for the entertainment district, and we'll get the entertainment district up. I almost want to save this tile here for an airstrip. Because it does need to be on flat land, or if we go for space, then that would be a good spot for the rockets. And, whoa, something just happened. No, I'm going to refuse that deal. What just happened? The walls came back. Oh my god, something just happened, and they got their walls back. So I don't know. That is frustrating. It's not going to stop us. It might have been a military engineer, I think, that actually went in and did it. Or something, or somebody, or other. I don't even know. And unfortunately, we lost an extra frigate that we could have kept alive and well and going. And let's just continue to harass them. Continue to make them sweat. So I do kind of want to take the city and then make the cut. So we're just, we're going to make the cut after we take the city. And go from there. Let's get a builder out of this city. Alright, so there's another city right here, where there's a harbor of some kind. Let's go with combat district defenses. Let's go with combat district defenses. And let's next turn it up. Let's see what more Gandhi will throw at me in their ridiculousness as far as military engineers and everything like that, because that, I had not seen... I mean, I'm pretty sure that was a military engineer that was able to heal the walls like that, because I'd never seen that actually, the AI actually be able to do that yet. That doesn't mean that they are unable... Oh, and Philip just declared war on Pedro. Abydos needs more housing. We lost a unit. Oh, that was last turn. Okay, I was like saying, wait. For a second there, build us the Sphinx. So, you come out, upgrade yourself, combat versus districts. You come back in and replace our invasion force. I do actually, because he's got such a high upgrade level, I do want to upgrade him. Because I do want to eventually get to the point where we have increased range into the interior here, so... let's see... Frigates. Let's take a break from frigates for a second. You know, we'll continue, you know, let's make a frigate out of... We'll make some ironclads out of Rockadet. Get us some monument in Memphis, because I'm still horribly undecided about what district I want to do next over there. Just work on campus research grants for right now. We've got more than enough as far as frigates and navy is concerned going over there. Unfortunately, we have to wait 13 turns in order to make another district. Which that district could then be a harbor, and then that would solve our you know, naval production problem over here. But I wonder, you know, it might be better off doing an encampment. We might be better off doing a campus. We might be better off doing any number of other things. So I actually might just do industrial zone logistics over here, because we don't really need anything else, and I don't want to bog it down too much. And we need 8 turns over here. Let's let's get another builder, and let's actually let's buy these tiles out, and we can actually build a farm, and we can build a mine over there, and then we might actually be able to switch that over there, and that will give us 5 turns. And that'll give us 4 turns, and still 3 turns for builder production, so that's excellent. That's great. Alright, so that is... So they've got another city up there. The Arabians are up over there, so alright. Well, we'll be able to take over that city. And let's hit the next turn. My god. We have more naval invasion to deal with. France has denounced the evil deeds of Spain. Of course, you know, a lot of the world is going to war. I am glad with the warmonger changes that they did make in the last patch, because it seems like the AI has been a lot more active in going to war than almost any other game I've played in, and a lot of them, especially on the deity level, they do just kind of sit there and they start to wait around, and you know, they kind of they never really were taking actions against one another, other than a couple of other guys. You know, every now and again, you know, Spain or something would come up and start declaring war on you because you were about to win the game, and it was 2 turns before you were going to win the game, and you know, that was about the extent of it. Other than the very early game, they weren't really declaring war. We're just going to switch over to triangular trade. We don't need logistics right now, so that'll be fine for our policy. And we will switch out the frigates there that are under bombard. So let's get these going. Let's see. We might actually be able to take it on this turn, which would be awesome, because now major defeat. Alright, so we're gonna take a risk, and Delhi is actually somewhat close to bombard range. Now, can this actually take the city, is the question. We can't get any other bombards into range, unfortunately. We do have our frigate military coming over again. Delhi will be interesting to try to invade. We will need some kind of land unit to do it. And you know what? I'm gonna risk an ironclad. And no, it didn't work, but if that ironclad dies next turn, it dies next turn. At least it wasn't a frigate. You know, we don't really need that many ironclads. Again, district-wise, I'm not sure what to do with Memphis. We'll have to think about it. So for right now... you know, we do need some kind of melee unit to be able to go over and actually take... you know, take over district. But yeah, you know, let's make a privateer. Why not? You know, we need a privateer, and we'll actually get something with Toronto. They'll love us to death for it for some reason. Give us more campus research grants. Abydos can give us a market. We'll continue our domination that way. And Swanet. Do we need a builder? Would a builder work on it? I mean, we got... You know, let's build a builder. We got to build up that farm again that we lost. Bombard this frigate. Make him regret coming in here. And Delhi will be interesting in this ridiculously huge navy. I can't wait until we get fleets so that way we can... actually, in 12 more turns, we'll actually be able to combine those all together, so that'll be nice. Next turn, Patna will fall. That'll be the first city of the game to fall in our war of aggression, or actually our defensive war. We were declared war on by Gandhi, remember? And now they're willing to give peace, and now they're willing to give us Chennai, which... actually has a holy site, a harbor, an encampment, and an industrial zone, but I am not willing yet to take that deal because Gandhi, you are about to lose your city, and it'll be great because you won't be able to do anything against it to stop it. So your armies have been defeated, your production has been you know, taken down, and you took the Ruhr Valley from us. So there's a lot of reasons to hate Gandhi right now. I mean, they've got to die, they've got to go down. Otherwise, you know, there'll be a pain later on with the science victory. We will have to turn the Navy around to probably deal with Brazil at some point, maybe even America. So, I mean, we really are... we're divinely inspired in terms of what we're trying to do here, in terms of what we got to do. So, Thebes, you are... You know what? Catapults. We're going to need bombards. We're going to need some kind of naval land invasion force, so that's what we're going to do. This trade route, I'm not sure where it was, but it's going to go here now because we do need more production out of that. We are going to finish off the remaining defenses of this particular city. And I would like to get some of these promotions going, so let's get the bombardment district in. Let's put you in harm's way, because that encampment district might belong to Delhi. You... Tell you what, you switch out, and you do the finishing blow over there. Let's get the ironclad out, and we'll put this ironclad in for some extra defense. And we'll take over Patna. And we captured a unit. We captured a builder. Excellent. So, keep city. Population 10, 4 districts. Yeah, we're going to keep that city. They are occupied. But let's see what this city has. This city has... And yep, that encampment did belong to Delhi, so that's not going anywhere. Unfortunately, we didn't really gain much in the way of amenities because their spices are actually held one city in. You know, they're not Actually, their Patna's actually happy, which might actually change next turn, because they're going to go from 10 to 1 to 9. Buildings-wise, they have a monument, a granary, which need to be repaired, shrine, temple, synagogue, which is giving them a lot of their food. Lighthouse, commercial hub, into the pyramids. Alright, so not a whole lot special, but it is a good, decent-sized city. We will repair the granary. We will upgrade some of these units, heal the others. Unfortunately, we are in bombard range of the encampment for a lot of our protected harbor area, so that's no good. And we might actually have to start attacking that, but that takes a notorious amount of time to take down. I mean, the encampment districts just have a lot of defense, which is going to make sieging Delhi an interesting problem, given all of the other situations. I think we might just need to have fleets in order to do it, because we're only going to have really that one tile from this side that we can bombard it from. Everything else is going to have to hit the encampment, and we're going to get double hit on all of these things, and that just might be more losses than I'm willing to accept. You know, I was willing to accept some of the other losses going in just because of the nature of, you know, the fact that that city was going to fall. We might go for Srinagar next, just because it is more vulnerable, and Agra is more vulnerable if we could get to the other side of this ocean. But that is going to end this session. I know this one probably ended up a little bit longer than it should have, but we wanted to get Patna before ending this particular session to get spread our influence over to the next continent. Kumari Kandam, was the first continent we discovered, and we need to extend the reach of Ra over there. The Indians declared war on us twice, and this is kind of what they've got coming towards them, and we're just going to continue to push into their territory while expanding ours and building up the empire. Now, as far as score, at the end of that, we have moved up into 5th place in terms of technologies. Now that we're going through some of those old techs that we beelined and ignored, we have actually surpassed Gandhi's technological level in terms of raw techs, and we have actually matched Gandhi's science production. We're at 84 science per turn after taking Patna, which is actually higher than Arabia at 81 and higher than Pedro, and we are almost as high as Rome, who has a ridiculous amount of science production given the fact that they have like 3 cities. Culture-wise, America is starting to level off. They're not gaining much more tourism. They're not gaining much more culture than they had in the original start of the game. And domination victory standards, we are leading now. We have not captured a capital, but we do have the strongest military in the land. We have our military power has risen from a pathetic 88 before to the last time we had checked it was 700, then 1,000 after a lot of the navy had been upgraded, and now we're at 1,200. So Egypt has the strongest military. Gandhi, on the other hand, has gone from the strongest military of 1,600 down to 699. So they have been pretty much wiped out. They're not going to be a military threat to us for the rest of this war. They had their chance and they lost it, and across 2 wars even. Philip has the 2nd strongest army, at least in terms of numbers, but we'll see tech-wise. And everybody else is slowly going down. So let's take a look at the score. We are at 305. We are continuing to separate from America and the rest. We are now 50 points ahead of America, and now we are only 15 points behind India. So India will soon be surpassed and usurped, and it will signal the fall of Indian dominance across the world, culturally and, or score-wise at least, and empire-wise. America has gained more tourists. They've gone from 26 to 33, but also the amount of required tourists they have to get has gone up to 143 as well. So we are going to continue to try to push that envelope up and up and up to prevent their immediate victory, and nothing has changed on the religion front. So that is it. We will see you in the next one, and take care until then.